Okay, so this video definitely warrants a Crate Junkies episode number, unlike the last one that I showed like two things. Quickly in the beginning, CD, the Melvins Mangled Demos from 1983. Yeah. Like I said, trying to pick up everything I can find Melvins related. Hopefully going to see them on the 27th. That's actually coming up next week. But there's the track listing. Some of the tracks are symbols. Not really sure about that, but haven't listened to it yet, but that was cheap. Two cassette singles. We got LA Guns, It's Over Now, which is pretty cool. I've been like really getting into trying to find these cassette singles. So this is a pretty cool one, LA Guns being like really cool band. And then Eye of the Beholder by Metallica. That's fucking awesome. So that was cool. Now getting to the vinyl. Really cheap stuff. I think it might only be one record that I paid more than $1 for, to be honest. I'm not sure. Let's get to it. I know that these couple first ones are really cheap finds from Salvation Army. So the first one is The Seekers, or The Searchers, Needles and Pins, Meet the Searchers. I'm guessing British invasion group, Liverpool, the Sound of Liverpool, or Liverpool Sound, a new #1 group direct from England. Definitely a little damaged here, water damage down here, really bad looking on the back, but the vinyl's good and it was cheap, and I kind of thought it might be one of those records that's worth a ton of money, you know, possibly, but it's not. I actually just seen it in a bin today for like $4 or $5. I should have, and that one was in really good shape. But like I said, this ain't bad. I mean, the vinyl's in good shape, so I'll take a listen to that. Haven't listened to it yet. This is a first pressing, or a second pressing, I forget, of Freewheelin' by Bob Dylan. That was $1, and this is one Dylan album I don't have, so that was a pretty cool find. God damn, look at how young Dylan is in that picture. He almost looks like Dan from Canada, doesn't he? Every time I see Dylan, young Dylan, I think of Dan from Canada. But next one. This one I couldn't find on Discogs. I didn't actually Google search this one. I should have, but I stopped at Discogs. I couldn't find it on Discogs. But this is the Green Hornet theme from the movie, or from the TV show. Sorry. I just thought it looked really cool. Yeah, for $1. And I've seen some other Green Hornet albums on Discogs, and they were a little bit pricey. I mean, this isn't in the greatest condition. The jacket's definitely not in great condition. The vinyl's in half decent shape, at least I think it is. But the thing about it's kind of like a little gatefold without actually being a gatefold. So you can almost kind of pull the album from the top. Yeah, it hasn't been cleaned yet. I haven't cleaned it. It's really dusty and beat up a little bit. But I've been picking up stuff like that lately because I just don't want to spend $20 on a freaking record anymore. I'm sick of it. I don't want to do it no more. I mean, I'm not saying I'm never going to buy new vinyl, but it's a lot easier, and you get more going out and buying bargain bin stuff and, you know, crate digging. You know, that's what it's all about, man, seriously. And you feel better about getting the stuff, too. Next one, this is, I'm going to butcher this, Diodato, Whirlwinds. And this is like jazz, funk, soul, some shit, I think. I remember looking it up. It doesn't look like it at all, but it is, and at least that's what Discogs told me. It looks semi-interesting. For $1, it was worth just picking up to check out. This is a band I only have, I think, one other record of. And I enjoyed the first one. I forget the name of it, but it's a pretty damn good record. It's the Ohio Players, and this is Gold. This was another $1 find. Salvation Army. But yeah, it is a gatefold if I can ever learn how to open it. But I dig the Ohio players, man. There's some pretty cool cats. It's pretty good shit. Haven't spun that one yet, but the other one I have is really good. This is a 4-song EP. This came out in 1982, and this is the Dream Syndicate, which is an alternative rock band, 80s alternative rock band, if you're not familiar, which you probably are. Pretty popular, good shit. This was a little bit more, this was, I think, I got this at a shop for like $9, I think, but I kind of couldn't find anything else there, and I figured, you know, I want to come away with something cool, you know, collectible kind of deal-y. Plus, you know, I like the Dream Syndicate, so I was into it. So that wasn't too bad. This is one that I've been seeing at my local shop, or actually one of my shops I go to, the Straub's Deadlines. I've been seeing this sitting there, and it wasn't expensive. I just didn't pick it up ever. And the other day, I just, you know, I wanted to find something to get, man, and this just happened. It was this record's day. That's what I'd like to say. It was the day it's coming home with me, and I like it because of this cover, man. This is cool as shit. It's like telephone booth. He's like drowning in his telephone booth, and then there's like this car coming down the highway, coming towards him. You know, who knows who's in that car? You know, what's going on? But I don't know, cool. And it's got, I think, an inner sleeve, if I'm not mistaken. And the inner sleeve is this dude on the telephone. So it's kind of like freaky. It's like, you know, Texas Chainsaw Massacre type shit. I don't know what the hell is going on with this. But I guess that maybe if I listen to the record, maybe I'll find out who's doing what. Time in Life, No Return, Joey and Me, Sealed with a Traitor's Kiss. I don't want to talk about it. You don't want to talk about it because he was drowning in the fucking phone booth. You can't talk about it. But anyway, Words of Wisdom, which he doesn't have anymore because he's drowning in a telephone booth. Okay. Anyway, next one. This is a blind pickup. Basically picked it up because of the cover. It had 2 pieces of tape going this way, old tape. It's been on there for years. I got that off, but now I have to actually get the residue off. But I'm not too concerned because other than the tape, this is in wonderful condition. This is like some of the first reggae, I think. Really, I listened to this, and it's almost like, you know, Bob Marley and the Wailers or something, or like, you know, reggae that you're traditional reggae that you're kind of used to, you know, reggae like Bob Marley and shit like that, but without the good lyrics, you know what I mean? Like minus Marley's good ass lyrics, but the sound is so reminiscent of, like, you know, and this came out, I think, in a lot earlier than Marley shit. Like, this is like 70s or late 60s, I think. I forget, but it's called Double Barrel, and it's Dave and Ansel Collins, and it's fucking good. I'm not really digging dude's voice so much. He's got like this not so reggae-ish voice, if that makes any sense. I mean, the music is really good, but the lyrics and the voice is a little dub, reggae stuff, funky shit. So it was good. Didn't listen to the whole thing, but it was good. It was good from what I listened to. Next one, another cheapy type find. I think I seen someone a couple months back actually show this record, and that's one reason why I picked it up. Other than that, and it just looks really interesting. It's Wet Willie Mannerisms. God, that fucking cover is awesome. Still in the shrink. Still got the original price tag up there, but it's in like mint fucking condition, and I really just looks, you know, these guys look hip, man. They look like they'd probably put together some good tunes, and I know I've heard of this album before, and you know, it's on this orange Epic label, great condition. It does have an inner sleeve, it's just white, so. But yeah, I really like that front cover, man. That is sweet, sweet, sweet front cover right there. This came out in '77. None of these names in the back here are ringing any bells, but it looks good. It looks like it would be something pretty good. Let me know You know I seen someone show this. I just can't remember who. Next one. What do we got here? This is also kind of like a cheaper find, but this is Lalo Schifrin, Black Widow. Definitely looking pretty fucking cool. I'm not necessarily sure if it's cool, but it looks fucking cool. I actually thought it would be a gate for it, but it's not. It's just like this. Too bad it doesn't open up, because that's the front. Well, that's her back, and then that's the front. Pretty cute too. Not bad looking chick. It's on this CTI. It has an inner, and it does have a picture on it. It's pretty cool. Kind of interesting. Lalo Schifrin, Black Widow. Yeah, I'm not so sure. I don't know. I just thought it looked really interesting, so I picked it up. I don't even know what type of music it is. Let me know if you know. Next one. This is Isaac Hayes, To Be Continued. And what a cool record cover that is. How fucking funky is that? That is cool. That's nice. This is, you know, an Isaac Hayes record I've never listened to. There's the label. It's on Enterprise. Really good condition. You know, still kind of has the shrink hanging off of it. Which I'm actually going to just completely rip the hell off, because I honestly don't like that. I'm not a keep shrink on kind of guy unless the shrink has a sticker on it. But yeah, Isaac Hayes, I don't need to really talk about that much. I did not listen to these yet. These are the ones I just got tonight. So I didn't actually even get to spin any of these yet, the ones I'm showing right now. This is Gladys Knight and the Pips, Imagination. And I've been picking up a lot of funk and soul stuff. I've been going through my 45s and finding a lot of funk and soul shit. I don't know if you guys know, but I have like stacks of 45s, man, like tons of them that I've been picking up at flea markets, and wherever I see a box of 45s, I offer them money, and they usually take the money, and I take them all home and sit them in stacks. Now, I haven't went through any of them except for like to pull like Beatles and things that I like really knew. But I've been going through them and checking them up on the internet and like listening to them all, and like I put my one record player next to me so I can just throw them on and listen to them. And man, have I been finding some really good stuff. Like I found Memphis Soul Stew just today, and I found, oh man, a bunch of good stuff. Chubby Checker, like good old shit. Some that were worth a lot of money. Really good stuff. But a lot of Gladys Knight and the Pips too. I've been finding some good stuff, and I've really been digging some of the stuff I've been hearing. So I figured, why not pick up a full length? Now, I do have, like, I think one other full-length from them, but, yeah, and it's, you know, this guy that I'm getting these records from is up at this one outside mall type deal that I go to, and he really, he always has something that I'm interested in, so I always pick up a couple things from him. The next one I actually got from there, too. This one is kind of like one of those looks interesting, so I picked it up finds, which I do a lot when I'm out there. It seems like I always find interesting looking things out at that shop, which is good because I like that type of stuff. I like not knowing what the music's about and trying to... but this is Graham Central Station, Please Yourself. And this cover is just fucking cool. Dude's like levitating there in front of this church. You got all these funky motherfuckers down here looking like they're ready to just, you know, burst into, I don't know. Tell me that, I don't know. One hell of a record cover there. Nice. It looks cool, it looks cool. Definitely looks cool. WB, I don't know much about it, guys, let me know. I mean, I've heard of Graham Central Station before, but not enough to really tell you exactly what it's all about. Next one. This one is Livewire's Changes Made. Another one I kind of just picked up based on the look. Looks like psychedelic-y rock is what I'm guessing. Let's hope, you know, it's something pretty cool. I think it looks pretty decent. And that's kind of what I do, you know, pick up the stuff you don't really know about. This is from '81, which actually I thought it was a little earlier than that. I thought this was more from the 70s. I didn't even check that out until now. So '81, I don't really know much about that. I mean, I think Livewire, I mean, I think I'm familiar with Livewire to an extent, but that album, I've never seen that album before. So next one, this is another one. It was in some stack of stuff, and the dude only wanted $1, so I was like, you know what? I mean, I went through like 100 records at this guy's place, and he didn't have nothing. Everything was trash. But I pulled this one, and it's the Tremoloys. Even the bad times are good. Silence is golden. And it just looks cool, you know? It looks like it could be something pop rock, psychedelic rock, garage rock, something like that. I'm not necessarily sure exactly what it is. I'm going to go with more of the pop rock side. Silence is Golden, Sunshine Games, Come On Home. It seems poppy. The guys seem a bit poppy. They seem British. They definitely have a British flavor to them. And I don't see a date here, but like I say, it looks half decent. I mean, for $1, it's worth bringing home and checking out. And it's in like mint condition, so that's another thing that's really good about it. And it's on this Brunswick. Obviously, Brunswick, pretty good label. All right, next one. This was another buck find, or actually, this one was $2. And I guess, really, I think the cover warrants a $2 price tag, to be completely honest. This cover is probably one of the best covers I've found in a long time. What a cool-ass cover. You know, if you ever knew anybody that OD'd and shit, that right there, you know, it's like Bradley Noel's story right there in a nutshell. I mean, you got the needle in the coffin, and just what a fucking cool-ass record cover. I mean, man, when I seen this and I was like, $2, sure, why not, man? It's Freddy's Dead, Backstabbers, MFSB, Family Affair, Something for Nothing, Layin' Low, Peninsula, whatever the hell that is. And I don't know exactly. I'm trying to see if I know any of these guys by name. It seems like a bunch of guys got together and did this, or if that's the band or what, but it just seems like a bunch of dudes got together and made an album, and this is what we got. And it looks like it could be pretty funky. It looks like it could be pretty fresh, pretty cool, pretty rocky, pretty jazz. You know, there's probably a bunch of different styles and stuff to come together here. I mean, you got electronic piano, you got organ, you got bass, you got regular guitar, drums, saxophone, flute. I mean, you can only imagine the sound waves that are opened up on this album. I mean, it looks like it's going to be a fucking killer ass fucking listen. So, next one is a 12-inch single from Friday, the movie. And I've been trying to find this full-length soundtrack, and it's like not easy to find. But I found this, and it's a 12-inch from the soundtrack, and it's actually stickered. Friday, the song Friday, which is a good track off of the movie. But I want the full length, man, because that album, Friday, the soundtrack, oh, the first Friday, not the second one, whatever else comes after that. The first Friday, ring ding dong, and like all the good tracks off of that soundtrack. What a hell of a soundtrack if you're into hip hop. But this will do for now. So that was cheap. That was like 50 cents or $1 or something. Then I found another Ice Cube single, Bop Gun, featuring George Clinton, Still in the Shrink. Oh yeah, what the fuck do you know about that, baby? Ooh, you know how much this was? Free. Completely and utterly free. Mint condition, free, dude. In the Shrink, original copy, Bop Gun, with George Clinton, Ice Cube. This adds to my Ice Cube collection like immensely, man. Like my Ice Cube is just, and Friday, that counts too. That's an Ice Cube song, so that's another. Anyway, last but not least, This was just a cheap find and something, I don't know, I wanted to pick something semi-metal up, so this is like 80s hair metal. The Final Countdown, Europe. Mint condition, that's why I got it. It's super duper mint, and fucking, I mean, that cover is a nice cover. Really cool. I like it. And it's mint, has the inner sleeve. Really good shape. The vinyl's in like wonderful shape. The jacket is mint condition. So, and it was cheap. It was like $1 or $2. So that's it, guys.